The most pressing questions of the day. Is Jon Gosselin a sex addict? What's the real reason that Avril and her hubby split? And what's going on with Lindsay Lohan? All great questions that Amy Palmer from In Touch magazine is going to tell us about today. Hi there, Amy. Thanks so much for joining us.
So great to be here.
So, Jon Gosselin, lovers are speaking out. What have they told In Touch magazine?
Well, they say he's gone from Mr. Mom to Don Juan. I mean, this guy he's like the biggest Casanova in Hollywood right now. He seems to be getting women by the truckloads. He loves to get their numbers. He loves to flirt with them. And we've had several women come to In Touch Weekly. Last week we had an interview with Stephanie Santoro, who was their nanny for a month, who said that she had a month-long relationship with Jon, and he basically fed her a lot of lines like, I want to take care of you, I'm going to give you a job, I love your child. And it just seems to be that he is really taking his newfound freedom to the extreme.
Wow, that's some new, interesting information. Well, hopefully the kids aren't getting a handle on that one. Now, are these jealousy issues you think that these exes are facing, or do you think there's some truth to all this?
Well, Stephanie Santoro did tell In Touch that this is a fact, this happened. Sure, these women are probably hurt and scorned, but they wanted to tell the truth. So they came to In Touch Weekly and said, listen, I want to set the record straight. This guy is lying when he says that we didn't have a relationship, because we did, and I'm going on the record saying that he seduced me, he promised me things, and look what happened.
All right, not a pretty picture they're painting there. And I know that In Touch also spoke with a psychologist about Jon's recent behavior. What were his thoughts on how Jon went from Mr. Mom to a Hollywood playboy?
Well, Jon got married when he was 22 years old. So he got married very young. He wasn't able to sow his oats. He had his first set of twins at 23, and he had the next set at 27. So he had his 20s where he was just being a dad, being a husband, and raising these enormous amount of kids. He didn't have that time to develop. When a lot of men in their 20s go out with their friends, they have a lot of jobs, they go to Vegas and party. So it seems like now he's discovering his inner frat boy.
Yes, indeed. And it's a whole frat.
Yes, it is.
All right, in other news, Avril Lavigne is opening up to friends about her 3-year marriage to the Sum 41 frontman, Deryck Whibley. What is she telling friends?
Well, again, it's another case of getting married too young. Avril has been with Deryck since she was 17, 18 years old. They got married when she was in her early 20s. She didn't have time to develop as a woman. She just was in love with this guy, and because they had traveled the world and they were leading very fast lifestyles, she thought this was the next logical step for her. But it turns out that no, this union is unfortunately being dissolved.
All right, seems like 2 stories of people getting married too young. All right, Amy, thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you.
ABC News Now. Good to know.